guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy Vlogmas, babe. I think I'm going to be wearing this in another story because I'm pre-filming tonight so that I can really try to upload every single day for y'all, because this shit is going to be difficult, as they say in France, I think. But anyway, okay, so this story time is going to be about the time when I was like in middle school and this boy who liked me tried to get his sister to literally kill me. Like, it was not a joke and it was not funny. Okay, so when the summer before 7th grade, I moved out of state for literally like a month, but my family ended up hating it. Well, I kind of liked it, but my family ended up hating it. So we ended up moving back to Las Vegas, which is where I live. So that's why when people ask me, like, have you lived in Vegas your whole life? I'm like, basically, because I moved out of state for like a second and a half, but whatever. So we ended up moving with my grandma for a little bit, and my grandma lived on a different side of town than I had originally lived on. So I couldn't go to the same school for 7th grade that I went to for 6th grade. So that right off the bat was immediately hard for me, because you have to go into a new school, make a whole new friend. 7th grade fucking sucked for me. Make a whole new friend group. It was just like, the idea of it was a lot for me, because like everybody has their friends from 6th grade. So that's going to be their group for 7th and 8th grade if they don't fall out. So I'm like, I'm not going to have any fucking friends. So I lived in East Las Vegas. The east side is, you know, first of all, oh, sorry, one of my friends is thanking me. Anyway, the east side is, dirty. I fucking hate the east side of Las Vegas. If you live in Vegas, you know the east side is just, I don't want to be over there. I don't like it over there, okay? So I was nervous because I'm like, you know, I never been over here except for to visit my grandmother. I've never even got on the car over here except to go to my grandma's house. So I was nervous, but my parents were telling me, like, you got to make the best of it. You know, this is where you're going to be going to school at, whether you like it or not. Embrace it, embrace the change, blase, blase. Now, at this point, I don't even know, I don't think I had a boyfriend ever in life besides like when I was in like kindergarten. When I was in middle school, I was really insecure. So it was kind of hard for me to talk to boys. Well, I might be lying, I don't know, but definitely in like 7th grade. I think I started more in like 8th grade, but in like 7th grade I was pretty insecure. It was pretty hard for me to talk to boys. Really was not my vibe or anything. So I start this new school. It's ghetto, as they would per se. Horrible school. I fucking hated it. Dirty. Ghetto means dirty. The school was dirty, but yeah, I hated the fucking school. So I was just like, oh God, the east side's so dirty. Like genuinely dirty, as in like trash every fucking where. So I was just like, I hate this school. This school is dirty. It's ran down. I hate it. I fucking hated the school. So off the bat, I made friends, but it wasn't as if I liked the school. I hated the school. I hated the school so much. So I had one, I don't know if he was in my class or if he seen me in the hallway. I think one day he seen me in the hallway and he came up to me, this boy. He was short. I was short too, but he was shorter than me. And like in 7th grade, I might have been like 5 foot, so he had to be like 4'11", or I might have been 5'1", and he was 5 foot or 4'11", I don't know, but he was shorter than me. So I didn't have any interest in him, obviously, because like I said, I wasn't really talking to boys at this point. I was like 12. But okay, I have another story time about 7th grade. So this is the first half of 7th grade, if you hear the second story time. So in the first half of 7th grade, I'm like 12, I'm not into you, dude, like, blah, blah, blah. But he was not taking no for an answer. Like, he would try to mac on me in the hallways, blah, blah, blah. So he had gotten my Snapchat. I think I have his name on Snapchat as Dirty Toilet still. I don't know why. But he had gotten my Snapchat. So Dirty Toilet had gotten my Snapchat. And we had texted a little bit on Snapchat, but one day my mom had like checked my grades, and I had really bad grades at this school because I just fucking hated it. I couldn't focus. So she's like, I don't know what you're doing at that schoolhouse, but you need to get your shit together. So I'm like, okay, I need to stop texting this boy, because my mom goes through my Snapchat on my school issued iPad. Mind you, if my mom goes through my Snapchat on my school issued iPad, she's gonna kill me. She's gonna murk me. So no, I'm not going to text this boy anymore. So I stopped texting him, and he did not like that. And I was friends with one of his girlfriends. So she comes up to me, she's like, why are you not fucking with blank anymore? Like, he likes you. And I'm like, I don't really like him, blah, blah, blah. So he ends up getting a girlfriend. I wish I could remember what the fuck her fucking name was, but he ends up getting a girlfriend, and he would walk by me in the hallway, like holding her hand and like lean up against the locker, and lean up against the locker, and she'd lean down to kiss him. But yeah, she'd lean down to kiss him. I think he was trying to make me jealous, but I didn't really care because I didn't really like him. But it was just kind of like, what are you doing all this for? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you doing this for? So I don't really know, but he ended up getting a girlfriend, and I knew her. She was friends with some of my friends I had ended up making at the school. I think I had a few friends at that school, maybe like 3, and one of them ended up moving away, but she knew him. But anyway, so I had like 3 friends. His girlfriend knew my friends. He knew my friends. I guess his older sister had gone to the school before, so like their siblings knew his siblings. Like everybody knew each other, literally except for fucking me. So you'll see what I mean when I say I didn't know what to expect from this situation. So everybody fucking knew each other. Everybody was cool except for me. Like, I'm new here. I don't know any of you guys. So him and his girlfriend end up breaking up, and he gets like back trying to mac on me. And I'm like, dude, I'm so cool off you. I don't fucking like you. We are literally 12. And then one day in the hallway or at lunch, he kissed my cheek. And I remember vividly his kiss smelled like ketchup, and I didn't even, it was ew, first of all, and it was so wet and it was so gross. But I never like gave him permission to like give me a kiss, even if it was on the cheek. So that's already not okay. Like, don't kiss anybody, especially if they just don't give you permission. Just don't do that. It's very weird. So yeah, he gives me a kiss on the cheek, and I remember his kiss smelled like ketchup. I'm pretty sure it was after lunch because I think I was going to my math class. And I was just like, ew, no, he didn't. So he asked me like, am I your first kiss? And I was like, I mean, like I don't know, maybe my first real one. I think I kissed some boys in elementary school. I was cuter in elementary school, so I'm more confident. But yeah, maybe I kissed some boys in elementary school, but I was like, I think, like, I don't know. But I didn't want him to give me it was just fucking weird. So we started back texting on Snapchat here and there, but I was just still like, you know what, I don't like this kid. I'm ready to go back to my old school. I'm ready to move schools. And I knew I was going to be moving schools because me and my parents, my sisters were all going to move back to our side of town, out of my grandma's house. I just didn't know when. Like, I wasn't included in any of those conversations, so I had no idea when I was moving. So one day in the hallway, I hear him tell me like, you need to fuck with me or I'm gonna have my sister whoop your ass. And I was like, whoop my ass? What? Like, I was like, what are you talking about? So he's like, oh, don't forget, I told you, you need to fuck with me or I'm gonna have my sister whoop your ass. And I just was like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Like, no. So a few days go by, and then I'm walking in the hallway to lunch with my friend, and this girl comes up to me, and she gives me, like, this girl I knew this bitch, she comes up to me and gives me a hug, and like, she's holding my hand, she's talking to me, and out of fucking nowhere, keep in mind, I am 12, I was chubby, but I wasn't like, you know, but I was a chubby 12-year-old, but I was like short, I was little. This girl comes, and she over fucking powers me, like, this girl, I didn't even know who this chick was, she comes, and I'm glancing up at her, because I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch, and she's like, are you Jordan? And I'm like, do I want to be Jordan? I'm like, do I want to be Jordan? I'm like, yeah, I'm Jordan. Because, like, even as a kid, I was not, like, I don't go start shit, but I'm not, like, going to be like, But I was like, because she was, you know, up there, and I was not. So, I'm like, yeah, I'm Jordan. She's like, why my little brother tell me something? She said something like, why my little brother tell me you're talking shit about him or something. And I just remember being like, and the girl is still holding my hand right next to me. And I'm like, what? And this bitch like literally set me up. Like, she kept me in the spot in the hallway so this fucking big bitch could find me, first of all, which I found out later. But anyway, I'm like, who is your brother? And she's like, Dirty Toilet, that's my brother. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, your brother told me that if I don't date him, you're gonna kick my ass. And she's like, my brother didn't say that to you. And I'm like, yeah, he did. Like, girl, yes, he did. Why would I be wanting a voluntary ass whooping from you? Yes, he did. I'm like, yeah, he did. She's like, well, do you have a problem with my brother? I'm like, there's no issue with your brother. I don't want to date him. And she's like, why don't you want to date my brother? Why don't you want to date him? And I'm like, I'm 12. Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, this bitch. And she was huge. Bro, this is one fight I would probably have to really, like, consider, like, oh my God, would I have had to back down from this? Because this bitch was bro. So anyway, I'm like, what are you like? I don't have a problem with your brother. Your brother wants me to date him, but I don't want to date him. Why don't you want to date my brother? Because I'm 12. She's like, oh, all right, shorty. And she goes like this. So I go like this. I'm thinking she's going to pick me up and windmill me and throw me into the locker. But she just goes, and I'm like, and she goes, on her way. And I'm thinking in my head, what the fuck? What the fuck? So I remember, as soon as I got home, I told my fucking mom, I'm like, this humongoid almost beat my ass in the fucking hallway over this fucking boy because I don't want to date him. And my mom's like, do you want me to go to the school? I'm like, I don't want to go. I don't want you to go to the school, but I don't want to go to the school. And my mom's like, okay. And I kid you not, we moved like the next week because that girl was insane. Her fucking brother was insane. And literally after I moved, he texted me. He's like, why the fuck didn't you tell me you're moving? And I'm like, because you're not my boyfriend. Who are you? So I was like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, and I think I blocked him on Snapchat. I ended up unblocking him years later, but I blocked him on Snapchat for the duration, for the time being, because I was like, you tried to have your sister bulldoze me in the fucking hallway. What do you mean? Why did I move to schools? Like, you guys are crazy. So yeah, that is a struggle that 12-year-old Jordan had with this girl wanting to fight me in the hallway because her brother didn't want to take no for an answer. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this story time. Let me know if you guys are enjoying Vlogmas. Let me know what videos you guys want to see. I have some exciting things coming up for this Vlogmas. It's not just a story time Vlogmas. But yes, let me know what you guys want to see the rest of this Vlogmas in the comments. Let me know if you guys like this story time. Bye, guys.